It seems like every time when people are complaining, we get changes. Welcome back to Cocky Gachas, and in this video we're going to talk about Eversoul's newest developers note that just dropped not too long ago, and this is pertaining to guild raid and Champions Arena changes in particular. So diving straight into it, we can see that the developers mentioned the guild raid is designed with a purpose to unite all the guild members so that they can fight one single HP bar. However, the guild raid did not pan out the way they thought it would, and instead it created problems such as having the guilds to spend a lot of time between coordinating their attacks, especially when the fact that you cannot really tell who is attacking, and they didn't really mention that this was the problem. In fact, I do think this is a huge problem, and that's why people needed to communicate so much. But of course, they are going to change that. And one extra problem that I also see a lot of people face, especially in my guild also, is that if the stronger player was to attack, the weaker players with lower level sync are not able to participate effectively because the stronger bosses, the stronger stage bosses would instantly wipe off their team, so the damage would be incredibly low for especially for those weaker players, and it might seem like they did not contribute much. So instead they decided to discard this whole policy, and now it's becoming a individual guild boss raid with the points being accumulated instead, and then the boss will not die and it will have unlimited HP bars, and you're just going to clear off HP bar by HP bar, and it's going to get stronger based on the damage that you personally dealt to that boss. And then from the participation aspect, the challenges are going to remain 3 times a day. However, the HP of the boss will continuously maintain the same during the 3 times participation, and it will reset again the next day. So meaning that if today you manage to push 4 HP bars, and then next day it's not going to start from 4 HP bars, because they are afraid that if you were to push too far, you might end up with the same situation whereby it's so high that although it's your own personal pushing, right, but it still resulted in the fact that your teams cannot do effective damage to the bosses anymore. So what they did is that they're going to reset it again, so you have to push it again the next day. The good thing though is that there is a sweep function, so if you were to participate in the first one, the next day onwards you can sweep to obtain the same rewards. For people that are more on the min-max side, you can also continuing to non-sweep, right? You can just play it manually to improve your score as your team increases in power levels so that you're able to get more points. And for the powers calculation, this is very important. What they mention is that the damage that you dealt to the boss itself will be translated into points, and then these points will be saved. If you were to do more damage subsequently, you would get more points, right? Of course, this is a bit of translation error, not receiving. It's like dealing more damage. I don't think it makes sense to receive damage. The points gained from reduced HP of the low level boss is not that high. The points gained from the reduced HP of high level boss is high. So the translation makes it a bit weird, but what it means is that if you were to have 100k damage and you dealt it on the 4th HP bar, 100k damage on the 4th HP bar would contribute to more points than 100k damage dealt on the 1st HP bar, meaning a lower level boss. That is basically what they mean. So there's always incentive for you to push even higher. And then the ranking of the guild is going to be determined based off the highest point record. So meaning if you participated on one of the days and the rest of the days you did not participate, they will still remember your score, and this score would be added to the rest of your guild members' score at the end of it, and then they will contribute to this cumulative score, which they will pit against the other guilds to see who are the top guilds based on the score, and that will derive your ranking. So the ranking system is going to be changed based off that. And in the other section, they also mention stuff that are related to guild raid, and one of this is that when you first participate in a day, meaning the first fight that you do with your 3 teams, your copy deck is going to be created. So what a copy deck does is that a copy deck would remember the team that you use, the keepsakes that you use, the artifacts that you use, and this information would technically be saved, right? And you can subsequently, for your next 2 tries, you can just sweep with that team. So this is going to be super helpful for people that are not looking to min-max and save time, right? They can just sweep the rest of the 2 tries. So super good news, but this is not going to come in the next guild raid schedule, meaning the 30th March one wouldn't have it. They are still going to take some time before they implement this. The next one is that they fix the issue of Petra's skill ignoring the guild boss damage reduction skill, right? So the guild boss has this damage reduction effect. If I'm not wrong, I've been told it's 90% damage reduction. However, Petra's skill do not care about this damage reduction. It reflects the damage as normal, so which is why Petra is super strong in this guild raid currently, so continue to abuse it until they remove it in the coming guild raid. And lastly, they are also going to remove the bug whereby you are able to duplicate the treasure that you use. Previously, I mentioned that you can keep on using the same group treasure, right? If you were to use the racial one, you can keep using it for the 3 times, but they are going to remove it coming March 30th. And they are going to stick with the Charite raid, meaning we are going to get whale action again for another time, because I think that they want to try the new format, but they are going to give us a bit of comfort in that we already know how to deal with the whale boss. So they are just going to cut us some slack first, let us get adjusted to the new format before they introduce any new bosses. So I think this is overall a very good change. Moving on, we have the Champions Arena adjustment, and from the note you can see Champions Arena is designed as a content that allows you to compete against the deck of other users while using more decks than Arena, which means 3 teams instead of 1 team, and also earning more Arena coins. Their intention was that they don't want this to be super competitive, they want it to cater more to casual players. However, this has only introduced more problems to the game, and I 100% agree with the developers here, because as of now, the Champions Arena is nothing more than a brain dead game mode whereby you click a few buttons and you earn rewards. There's nothing special about it, no strategizing involved, don't need to use your brain, just get rewards. If that's the case, might as well they remove this game mode and give us more Arena coins. So they also recognize this, and hence they're going to go for a more competitive route. However, do not worry guys, I'm going to explain to you how this works, and you're going to see that it benefits everyone very, very much. So first things first, they are going to maintain the method of daily participation 5 times plus a ticket, as well as Everstone participation. What this means is that you can still pay 50 Everstones to have extra entries into the Champions Arena. However, the system is going to be changed. You can only match with players that are ranked higher than you. Therefore, players with a current ranking of 1 will not be able to use matching. Why is this the case? Because right now, the rewards depend on whether you win or lose. In the future, they're going to change it to, if you hold a rank 1, and you hold rank 100, the rank 1 player would accumulate more rewards over time across the day, right? So they are going to release rewards based on per hour, per minute, based on the time you hold that particular rank. So instead of based on just victory alone. And if you were to win, you'll be able to take the ranking of your opponent, meaning that if you are currently rank 80 and you challenge someone that is ranked 50, you will instantly become rank 50 if you win that Champions Arena match. So this is going to be very exciting and very competitive. Also, the reward method is that they are going to remove the basic victory reward, of course, daily reward and weekly reward. All of this is going to be removed, but I do think that they are not going to make it or jeopardize everyone's income that much. So players that are less competitive can also earn decent amount of Arena coins. I do believe that's the case. And the reason why I say this is good for casuals, if you are a casual player and you are thinking that, hey, this is super competitive, I'm not going to be able to play this game mode anymore, then you are going to be wrong, because I do think that if you are a lower rank player, you are going to be stuck with lower rank players, right? So you definitely have someone to challenge, and if you were to challenge them, you will be able to hold their rank. And on top of that, for super casual players that don't want to actually participate, you only log on like maybe once a day, or you probably log on like once every 2-3 days, then the rank itself that you are going to be holding, it's always going to be generating you passive income when it comes to Arena coins. So even if you don't participate, you don't clear your daily tries, it's not going to impact you, because you still can get Arena income. So it's better for you if you are not someone that does the daily on a very religious basis, right? Every day you will just log in and do dailies. If you're not that kind of people, then definitely you are stand to benefit, because now even if you don't log in, you truly have idle income, truly have passive income when it comes to Arena coins. And also for the other people, this is no longer a brain dead game mode. People can now actively challenge other people to take their ranks. It's going to be more fun, well, for people that are truly invested in the game, for people that are truly interested in the gameplay loop for the game. So in other section also, there is temporary going to create a duplicate deck. Unlike the guild raid, this is going to be implemented once the system comes into play. So you would be able to save the information. So subsequently, if you were to have a battle and then you save your information, or if you have a defense team, you save your information, you can reset your souls itself, you can change out the keepsakes so that you can also participate in other game mode while holding your rank in this game mode. So I think they really thought about it quite extensively, and I do think this is going to be an excellent change. It's going to bring more content to the game, and for people that are truly casuals, you can continue being casual and still earn an income passively. So very, very good news. And Champions Arena double format is going to change to increase the amount of reward you accumulate based on the time that you maintain your ranking. So basically, just if you earn like 5 coins per hour or 500 coins per hour, you're going to now earn 1000 per hour. So very simple, self-explanatory. And next, they are also going to announce the applied schedule for the above improvements in the next patch note. So they're going to let us know when it's going to come, and they have once again apologized for this horrible experience. And we know that what happens when the developers apologize, we get gems. And the most important thing is we are going to get 1000 plus 1004 additional Everstones. We are going to get 2000 Everstones, meaning free 10 pool again. If you are saving for Arki, super good news for you guys. 10 extra pools, maybe you'll get 5 Arkis, who knows? So maybe you're going to get super lucky because of this additional Apollo gems. And also this reward can be claimable until 20th March, so there's plenty of time for people to claim. And they have once again mentioned and reiterated that they always listen to feedback forever. So I also think that they are concerned about the current event. And one thing that I also like to mention is that I understand a lot of people have been complaining about the flower event, and although people generally do like the hack and slash aspect of this game mode, it has been super laggy, and especially for a game that's unoptimized like Eversoul. Let's be real here, right? A lot of games with more intensive graphics have been able to optimize their gameplay, their loading times, all of that to better standards than Eversoul, although the graphics is comparatively less impressive. So I do hear you guys, and I do think that the devs itself will definitely note this feedback, and they are also going to reflect it in the future events, right? Like they have mentioned here, they are considering all the opinions related to this event. So definitely take note for more changes to come. I believe the Eversoul devs will not let us down. And that does it for my coverage on these developers notes. And do let me know in the comment section below whether you're excited for the change or you don't really like the changes at all. Personally, I think that a lot of people should be happy about the changes, and especially the free gems. Also, for people that are struggling with the flower event, definitely check out this video over here where I showcase taking a level 7 account and challenging the event. I'll see you guys over there. This is Cocky Gachas signing off.